And my name is Lynette Guestafaro. I'm the Executive Director of Teaching Matters. I just want to make a quick announcement. We're pleased to be joined by Congressman Charlie Rangel. Thank you so much for coming. And I now have the pleasure to introduce one of my former partners in crime, probably current partner in crime, Donalda Chumney, former principal of Jonas Bronk Academy and now Director of Professional Development for the Middle School Initiative.
I'm really glad that someone had to make use of those leather armchairs there. So that was me. I hope everyone enjoyed their lunch tremendously. Good afternoon, Ms. Fotis, Assistant Secretary Campos, and distinguished guests. My name is Donalda Chumney, and for the past 8 years, I've had the distinguished privilege of serving the children of the city of New York and our families and communities as a special education teacher for the New York City Teaching Fellows for the past 4 years as a middle school principal in the Bronx, and in this school year as Director of Professional Development for the City Council DOE Partnership Middle School Quality Initiative. I'm extremely grateful. It doesn't begin to describe the feeling I have for Teaching Matters and for your support and contributions to this organization. Through the work that we did with Teaching Matters and our professional developers, our school, Jonas Bronk Academy, blossomed into a really, really beautiful place for children to learn and grow, and a place where really effective teachers clamor to teach and to learn and to develop their practice. In 2008, as a first-year principal, I had 2 guiding questions that were at my desk that I posted there that I thought about a lot in the Leadership Academy. I was the recipient of a really strong K-12 education, and I think that that's so foundational to everything about life. And so my lens coming into my Bronx school was these 2 questions. If I were a mother, would I want my child to enroll in my school? Would I be very proud that my child was there every day? Would I think that the teachers were offering my child an optimal learning experience that would lead my child towards a college or career choice of her choosing? The second question I have, and the one that I think school leaders really struggle with, especially if they originally served in schools that were not operating at full capacity, is this a place where I would want to work? Do I want to teach here? Is my professional development as an adult valued at the same rate that the learning of my students is? Am I getting experience in the things that I need to know and be able to do in order to offer that optimal experience to children? And so for each day of that first year and every day thereafter, even today when I'm working in middle schools in our city with other school leaders and teachers, I feel that those are the 2 most essential questions to ask ourselves. And I know that they're powerful questions because they're really authentic. As New Yorkers, we all have a fundamental belief that we want every child to go to the type of school that we would want our own child to go to. And we all know that as professionals and accomplished folks, we want to make sure that teachers are afforded the same dignity and training to become the best, strongest professionals they can be. In 2008, my middle school was in a difficult place. Our student population, and still today, has over 4 out of 5 children living in poverty. Children who, about 85% of our children are English language learners or former English language learners, meaning that they speak a language other than English with their parents at home. And about a third of them are diagnosed with some type of special need. So it's a challenging population to develop expertise to teach and to get results with. Coupled with the fact that in my assessment, there were about 3 classrooms I felt in the entire school that were worthy of our students. And organizationally, I knew that the best teachers, the strongest teachers, my colleagues that I talk with, even me, I question whether I would want to take a job at our current school with the level of professional support it provided. So there was a lot of work to be done. Enter our relationship with Teaching Matters and the incredible consultancy and partnership that we were able to create. Today, I'm really proud to say that our school in the middle school choice process had 1,500 children apply for 86 grade seats. We regularly witness parents weeping with joy when they register their children for the first time. There's a traditional essay that sixth graders write about the moment they realized that they had been accepted to our school, or really it's a match process, so it isn't acceptance, it's more computer matching, which is all the more frustrating for us because we're so used to making choices. But in New York City, a computer often matches a child to their middle school and thus their destiny, right? So that's all the more important why schools have to be so good for kids. So children write these essays, and when I read them, and they're published online, you can Google them and look at them, usually there's a parent shouting and crying. Usually there's a celebratory dinner. Usually the child is so incredibly filled with excitement and dignity and true passion to know that they're going to go to a place that values them as an individual and their learning. I'm really, really proud that over this growth trajectory, we haven't in any way changed the population of students that we serve. It was really important to me as a former special educator to make sure that our school was as inclusive now as it ever was before. And so we still managed to develop a lot of really strong professional skills with the support of our Teaching Matters professional developers, without excluding children or expelling them or changing the population. And I think it's really important to note that that's the way that we chose to improve our school, not by strategically becoming more effective as professionals, and not by changing our population, which is sometimes what happens as schools improve. The consultancy and thought partnership offered by this organization is unparalleled in our city. There is not another organization like this one available for school leaders to partner with or for teachers to have access to. Teachers consider the opportunity to work with a Teaching Matters consultant to be the opportunity of a lifetime professionally, because an individual growth plan is designed for that person. Their growth is taken seriously. In my school, it was the top 40% of our teaching staff that had access to this type of consultancy and training and coaching, and people vie for those spots. And so we had to shorten the coaching cycles to make sure that people had access. And it became truly a privilege to work with a Teaching Matters consultant. And the work that they do is absolutely exceptional in teachers. There isn't anything else like it around. So this is a really unique opportunity for you all to play a role in shaping thousands of teachers and over the lifespan of this organization, hundreds of thousands of kids. There's a little bit of a policy component here, and I really appreciate Katie's talk today, because I think that were the teachers at our school to be behind this podium with me now, we would all echo the same message, which is that we're extremely grateful for the teacher effectiveness work that Governor Cuomo is doing. We realize that teacher effectiveness is a choice that we make every day as professionals. We look at what works and what doesn't. We form a professional community of practice around that. We continuously sharpen our skills. And we are delighted that finally the work of outstanding, skilled teachers can be highlighted and expanded through teacher effectiveness legislation. This isn't legislation that is judgmental in nature, as it's often framed in the public realm. This is something that truly says, this is what works, this is what we have access to, these are people who do it very, very well. Let's make sure that schools are structured to support them in moving forward. And I thank you very much, Assistant Secretary Campos, for being here to know that with us today. We believe that Governor Cuomo is lighting the path for teachers now and in the future to serve children. And connected to that, Lynette Guastafaro is also holding one of those torches, and I really appreciate you, not only in my life, but also in the life of our school. Lynette is the first person to introduce good and bad ideas. She's the first person to champion them, research them, call whoever can make them happen, figure out a way they can work, get her entire staff behind it, hire the most effective people for the job, make sure that people are ready to do the work, and hold us all accountable in ways that are truly brilliant. And we appreciate your support. You honestly have no idea how many, over the lifespan of this organization, hundreds of thousands of children and families you reach, and you touch our community every day, and you should really know that. So Lynette is like the Ulysses, the Tennyson Ulysses. She is strong of heart, and she's striving, seeking, finding, and never yielding. And thank you for being that person for us.